Hello, you're listening to ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined today by Disney Junior Dance Party regular, JJ.
I don't think I'm a regular. I think someone in this room is supposed to go there and to enjoy a day at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and it's not me.
Potato Land, sir. I'm going to Potato Land.
Okay, that's what you say.
If you have a good title for my co-host after listening to this episode, please send in your ideas to ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. In today's episode, the Geeks share our top 5 savory snacks at Walt Disney World.
So we're going to do a little list episode.
Yeah, we don't do list episodes very often. Actually, we just did one last week.
We do list episodes, but, you know, I feel like people like lists.
Yeah, I like lists.
I keep a lot of lists.
Yeah.
I think I have to at this age.
I hate lists in my personal life, especially lists that are made for me, too.
Oh, well, that's different.
But, like, I don't know. I don't like to make my own lists.
I
like to have things in the air.
No. I need a list, otherwise nothing gets done.
I close my eyes and it's like Post-it notes of things that should be done at some point in the future.
And then you just knock them all aside to go to Disney World again.
I just wipe them aside to go to delta.com and book a flight. But we're making a list of what, JJ?
We're each going to give our 5 favorite snacks in Walt Disney World, but with a focus on savory snacks, not sweets.
Okay, yeah.
I think sweets is opening up a whole different can of worms because there's so many different ice creams and cupcakes and bread puddings and all this stuff that I think it would just need to be its own list at some point.
There's a lot of good snacks at Disney.
Yeah, of course.
So it makes sense that we need to
separate
them.
Keep them separated.
Okay, so this is not going to be on my ranked list, but as an honorable mention, especially if you're doing the Disney dining plan, which why are you doing it? But anyway, I know convenience, it's convenient, all right. But you might have a tough time spending all of those snack credits that you have, right? And a Starbucks drink counts as a snack credit.
So any drink?
I believe so, yeah. Like
so
if
you could go real wild then. You can get like triple shot of this and and it'd be like a $9 or $10 drink and it's just snack credit.
Yeah. I think I saw touring plans get it up into like the teens of of how expensive it was. I mean, who wants a drink that has that much stuff in it? Like, I don't know. I don't want my
Well, maybe if you were splitting it, you know, you get a quad shot of something and it's like just but then you split it in half.
Yeah. So you could do that counting as a snack credit. So that's amazing.
That is probably maybe the best tip for people that end up on the dining plan and realize that they're not going to eat all those snacks.
Yeah.
You can drink the snacks.
Okay, so JJ, why don't you start us off with your number 5?
Okay, so at number 5, this is in a few different places, but I believe right now it's most easily available right by Rock and Roller Coaster is the pepper jack cheese stuffed pretzel. Mm-hmm. Really good. Probably my favorite pretzel at the parks. Something that also exists in Disneyland and is something I've eaten that as a meal several times. But it's a really good snack and I stand by it.
So I actually have a story about these pretzels. I was at the boardwalk just a couple of weeks ago with my parents, and they sell them at Margarita Joe's on the boardwalk.
Oh, really?
It's like a little hut. They're the pretzels that are filled with. Some of them are jalapeno cheddar or something like that.
And then there's ones that are like sweet cream cheese.
A sweet cream cheese, yeah. And we were there. It was late. It was like maybe it was 1 a.m. We were finishing up like a drink from the Bellevue Lounge
nice.
At the and we had to leave there. So we thought, let's go onto the boardwalk and just sit and talk, right?
Yeah.
And they were closing up, and she said, "Hey, do you guys want these pretzels?" And it was all the pretzels they had left over, and there were so many. There was like 15 pretzels. It was amazing. We were
That's
like, okay, this is great.
That's a nice hot tip for someone that's just had a long night at Jelly Rolls too.
Yeah. Just go sit there and wait for them to close.
Leave Jelly Rolls a little early.
Too bad they didn't do that with the pizza window. That would have been, because we were right in front of the pizza. It's right in front of the pizza window is the Joe's Margarita.
Nice.
Yeah.
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Okay, so my number 5. This one is going to be very controversial, and that's why I put it as number 5, because it can be good, it can be not good, depends on how you feel, but it makes me very nostalgic. And that's,
oh gosh,
this is going to be the turkey leg. So
of course it's a turkey leg.
My family loved the turkey leg because we could get 2 of them and the whole family could eat, when we were kids.
Yeah, no, I think I've said on this show, I saw the hack before that a guy would bring like a loaf of bread or like those little King's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Boom, you could feed your whole family with like the one turkey leg basically.
So that's next level.
It is next level, but
that's not what we would get like 1 or 2 turkey legs and then go into Columbia Harbor House, get like fries, and then go upstairs and sit by the window. Yeah. And then out, and that was our lunch for our family pretty much. And
that's a similar concept.
It's a similar concept. Yeah, you're getting a turkey leg and spreading it, across
out
multiple
into
people.
in a manageable way, because you're not like biting into that leg, because it's hard to bite into those legs. There's a lot of like tendons and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't scratch that like King Henry VIII visual that you think it would.
Yeah, that you could just take a chunk out of it, right?
Right.
But I love the taste, the smokiness. It's like a smoked ham.
It's very ham-like.
Yeah.
If you go in there thinking that it's going to taste like ham, you won't be that disappointed. It's just so hard to eat.
Yeah.
And it gets so much love that it just feels overrated to me.
Well, I think the love has gone the other way. I think so many people hate on it. There's so many memes.
It's come back around where you're like, it's better than its reputation now.
The meme of like, which one of these snacks would you get rid of, and why is it the turkey leg? You know what I mean? Like things like that.
But it usually is a turkey leg for me.
I still like it. I forced Emily to have it one time, and we haven't had it since. But
I wonder why.
No, but she didn't mind it. She liked it. She liked it. Okay.
Me and Sam had it one time when we were in Disneyland.
She was like, "This is trash,"
and we were like, "Never again." It was so hard to eat. It was fine, but there's so many other great snacks. It's like, we just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
we couldn't do it.
Especially Disneyland. Disneyland is like snack central.
It's all snacks.
Yeah,
it's all good snacks there. They've got, and even if you want like a real protein forward snack, the meat skewers are so good.
I don't even know about that.
And it's in Adventureland by the Jungle Cruise and stuff. They have a quick service, and it's called like Bengal barbecue or something.
Yeah,
really good. It's like different meat skewers.
Forget about anything else. If I would move to around Disneyland and join one of those Disneyland gangs, and I would love to do that and just be in there every day, eating those snacks.
Yeah, and then the weather's always great too in Southern California.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you my number 4 snack. I've heard a rumor that this snack has changed, but I don't care, and it's still in my top. The grilled curry corn on the cob at the Harambe Market in Animal Kingdom.
How has it changed?
I hear they don't like grill it right in front of you anymore. But I still think it's probably all the same.
Yeah. So that's when that happens sometimes, when something's popularity ruins it because they
now have to mass produce it.
They can't scale it.
Yeah.
With the same quality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to like cook it in a kitchen in the back instead of right in front of you in the fire.
Yeah.
But I love corn on the cob. The spices are really good. It's not like spicy. It's just nice spices.
Right. My number 4, I think the best bang for your buck, and this is going to be the baguette in France. Baguette's the best bang for your buck. Alliteration.
I'll say it again. Forget about it.
But forget about it. This is great in France. It comes in,
It's at the bakery in the back, Léal Patisserie.
yeah, and it's like I think it comes in a foot or 2 feet. Isn't one like 2 feet?
You can get the half or the full.
Okay.
And the full one I think is almost 2 feet long.
And I think the half is a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only like $5.
The full one is $5, and I think the smaller one is like $2.75.
Yeah.
It comes with nice amount of butter, so that you can really go to town. And it's baked there, fresh, on premises.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good, and a nice welcome snack in your around the world excursion.
Yeah.
I agree with that assessment. It's top tier snack for sure.
Because if you're gonna go there to like sometimes I like to get an espresso there. I like their espresso machine there, and or if you're gonna get anything there, I mean, just throw the baguette on top of it. What's another $5? Like you're
Right.
getting so much like calories for $5.
And it travels well, so you can if you want a pastry for now with your espresso, and then later on, as you go on your journey, maybe you want a little bread with butter.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it at the ready. And for my number 3, we're gonna stay at the same place. We'll stay at Léal. It might be cheating, but I think it's definitely Savory. And I just think that the bakery there needs all the love. I'm going with the quiche Lorraine. Might be kind of a meal because it's definitely heavy, but it's pretty small. And it's affordable, like most of the stuff in that bakery. Most of the stuff in that bakery is, unless it's a sandwich, it's less than $7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like $6, $5.
But don't sleep on the sandwiches. Sandwiches are good.
Sandwiches
there
are
too.
good. I had a sandwich the last time I was there.
Yeah.
I had a croque monsieur.
Sleep on the sandwich. We're alliterating everywhere.
Wow.
Sleepy sandwich.
But yeah, so the quiche Lorraine is it's got ham and Gruyere cheese, and it's a quiche, so it's like egg and pie crust. So it's really good.
Nice. I'm gonna try that next time. I've
Yeah.
never had that before.
It's when it's really good, you split one with breakfast. You get like a chocolate croissant and a quiche, and you split that with your little sweetheart.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee. Yeah, it's a good, really good way to have breakfast there. You rope drop Remy. What do? Oh, go get breakfast at the bakery.
Yeah. All right. My number 3 is going to be the big pretzel. And this is not the Mickey
Not the
pretzel.
Mickey pretzel.
Not the Mickey pretzel that you find everywhere. The big pretzel that really I can only think of like 2 places that it is, and that would be the German Pavilion in Epcot and Baseline Top House in Hollywood Studios. And I kind of prefer it at Baseline.
I agree with that assessment. It's actually, I believe it's better at Baseline Tap House.
Yeah.
I think something goes on with where the pretzels are baked in Germany that you'll often get them. They'll kind of be like have been sitting there, and they kind of dry out.
I think it's the same thing about scaling, right?
Because they sell so many over there
Yeah.
that they have to cook it in a big batch kitchen and then bring in, and then by the time it's over here, it's not hot and fresh. But at Baseline, it's good.
Yeah, because there's only
Really good
like
at
5 or
Baseline.
6 of them like cooked at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the Baseline. They also give you dips. They give you the cheese dip, and they
Right,
give
you don't. Yeah.
the mustard, the spicy
Right.
mustard.
You only have mustard in Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
yeah.
and I think you only get the packaged mustard.
Right. It's a packet of mustard.
It's
yeah.
back. Yeah. This is like I feel like the mustard they give you, and maybe it's just because
It
it's
might
in,
just be in the ramekin instead of
that could be. It could be, but it feels better, and feels. I mean, both of them you're having with a beer too, but
It feels like more quality.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll go with my number 2, and I'm sure I would bet money that this is also on your list. The cheeseburger spring rolls / anything really at that spring roll cart in Adventureland.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's one of those things that it's a snack that's worthy of the hype that it gets, which is sometimes rare in Disney. The Mickey Premium Bar gets a lot of love, and it's basically the same as any other ice cream bar that you could have. Like, how different is the Mickey Premium Bar from just like a Klondike bar?
Yeah. Yeah.
To me at least, it's like, okay, well that's kind of the same. But no, these spring rolls they're good. They're good. They're just different enough, but still like it's really good.
And the fact that you get 2 of them, it hits a spot.
Yeah. And it also lets you like mix and match.
Yeah.
Usually the second one's pepperoni pizza, right? But they have other ones. Sometimes it's buffalo chicken. Sometimes it's
There's a pastrami one.
yeah. At the 50th anniversary was a pastrami one, and it was outstanding.
Really?
Yeah, I think that one's actually my favorite of all of them.
All right, my number 2. You know what? It's funny. I had the cheeseburger spring rolls on there, and I took it off for the baguette.
Oh, you bumped it
I bumped it for the baguette. I
just to
couldn't.
give it some love,
Yeah.
so that we didn't have like the same list or whatever.
Yeah. But also, yeah. Okay. So my number 2 is the Ronto wrap.
Oh yeah.
And this is like a snack, but also a meal. I don't even know if you could really. It's like a hearty snack.
Yeah, maybe it is a meal.
What is the price point on a Ronto wrap actually? Because I think like if it's under 15, it can be a snack.
I would guess it's probably right at like 9.
Ronto
9 or
wrap.
10. It's probably at 10.
Oh, it's $12.99.
$12.99. Oh, maybe that's a meal. Maybe it's a meal.
A quick
Maybe this
serve
whole list is void.
is invalid.
Is this whole list invalid? Write to us if this list is invalid, because spoiler alert, that's my number 1.
Is it? That's your number 1? Oh man. Well, should we replace it with Blue Mook?
No. Also, Blue Mook is sweet, so
that's
wouldn't
true.
even count.
Is it sweet? I've never had it. The rum just kind of kills all that.
Drink up me hearty Joe.
Okay, well, the Ronto wrap is, I think, obviously very delicious, and the breakfast wrap is good.
The breakfast one's really good.
Yeah, they're both great, and they hit the spot. And I love that it's inventive, right? Like the cheeseburger spring roll is inventive, but it's been done. Like you can go to a restaurant.
There's a
find
lot
that.
of restaurants that do a similar things, like
People do egg rolls, like Philly egg rolls.
right,
and-
Philly cheesesteak egg rolls,
Philly
really
cheesesteak
popular.
egg,
Yes, it's the same concept.
Right. So, but a Ronto wrap is like completely different. Like there's nothing else like it. And I can't even tell you what's on it. I know it's a pita bread with a sausage, but then there's like
No, but then there's also like a piece of regular pork,
on it. Yeah.
and then there's
This is
like
definitely a
some-
meal.
There's definitely some like veggie, like a slaw kind of thing,
Yep.
and the sauce is good.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a meal.
And there's something about it being cooked with the engine of a fighter.
Oh yes,
yeah.
you got, and then your chef is an animatronic, so
Yes,
that's always good.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Then it's cooked perfectly. Animatronics never break down. So that's my number 2, and so I guess that's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
All right.
Yeah, it's my number 1.
So then I'll go on to my number 1, which I just has to be popcorn. Listen, if I get it every time I go into any park,
it's your favorite thing,
then,
right?
then it's got
must
to be my
your
favorite thing. If I'm in Magic Kingdom, I have popcorn ready. If I'm in Epcot, I have popcorn at the ready. You know what I mean? Every park.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it must be.
Yeah. And it's so great. Just you're on a line. Oh, I got 20 minutes in front of me. Reach into some popcorn. Start munching away.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna be the guy that's carrying around a popcorn bucket.
That's
Well, maybe when if I have a stroller or something,
Yeah.
maybe that would be more
or a
appealing.
backpack. Just put on the
No, not the backpack. I don't want to be the backpack guy. No, not yet. I don't want responsibilities. I'd rather have a stroller. Not backwards at all.
Yeah. That's no responsibilities, right? I guess what are you putting in that stroller? Is that stroller for you? Is it like a
wheelchair? They have strollers for adults. It's called wheelchairs.
Well, now you see people with like strollers just for their stuff. Like they literally
and
will.
I think that's not even that bad of an idea.
Yeah.
Especially if you got maybe a kid that at the end of the day might be a little too tired. Like maybe you only use it for getting out of the park with the kid.
Yeah.
You got like a 6-year-old or something, and they've got energy all day, but then
The rest of your day, it's like a wagon.
7:30, 8 o'clock rolls around, and they're done.
Yeah.
Then you throw them in the stroller.
Yep.
My siestas are getting shorter and shorter.
Okay, so my list, 5 to 1, we have the turkey leg, we have the baguette, We have the big pretzel, the Ronto wrap, and then ending with popcorn. And I want to mention not that Canada caramel popcorn.
You don't like the maple popcorn?
No. I don't like my popcorn being tainted with any other flavor than butter.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's never good enough. It's always hard. It's never. I don't know. Maybe I just always get bad batches. It just seems like it's not tasty. I don't know, or quality's not good.
So then, same for the caramel one in Germany.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had that actually. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try that before I count that off. But the Canadian one I don't care for. I need Pop Secret butter. Something I could get at my local Stop and Shop. That's what I want.
Something that I could throw in my microwave.
Yes.
And have in about 3 minutes.
Actually, if it's from Kirkland, the Kirkland microwavable popcorn, that's a fan of that one.
Okay, and my top 5 is going to be the jalapeno cheese stuffed pretzel, the grilled curry corn on the cob, the quiche Lorraine at Leal, the cheeseburger spring rolls, and the Ronto wrap.
I like yours better. It's yours is like it's more unique, I feel like.
No, but you went for the stuff that you like, the stuff that you get when you go there. Like this is some of this. This is the stuff that I try to get when I'm in Hollywood Studios. I get that pretzel. I don't get the Baseline Tap House pretzel.
Yeah.
When I'm in Animal Kingdom, I always get that grilled corn on the cob. So much so that there's snack foods in Animal Kingdom that I've never had before that I know I'd really like. There's like a pulled pork mac and cheese there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff.
But again, that's getting on the level of maybe that's a meal.
Maybe it's a little guy. It's a little serving.
Ronto wrap is not a little serving. That's a hefty.
It's a meal.
It's a meal.
It's a meal.
I really like
but
your.
I feel okay about it. You split it with someone. Just split it.
And it's a
Lady
snack.
and the Tramp that Ronto wrap.
I like your quiche. I like the quiche idea. I feel like that's unique that not a lot of people know about, and
that whole bakery is just amazing.
Yeah, that bakery's
the
great.
Lay Hall. Okay, do you got time for a little game?
Let's get a snack and then let's play a game.
Oh, okay. Okay, we just got back from Disney's Hollywood Studios with our Ronto wraps, and we can confirm they are meals.
Yes.
Share them. Share them, and the list is valid.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna do a little overrated, underrated. Kind of goes all over the map. So let's see where it goes.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. First thing, overrated, underrated. Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar.
So underrated.
Oh, completely underrated.
Yeah.
Maybe the best bar in Disney Springs. I know the boathouse is right next to it too.
Just a dock bar. The dock bar of the boathouse is amazing. Well, actually,
but Jock Lindsay's on the water too.
Yeah. No, I mean, is there another bar in?
Yes, because there's a bar right when you first walk into the boathouse.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a ship, right? And then you walk through there to get to the bar that we're talking about that we like at Boathouse.
Yeah.
That's down on the water.
Yeah. The dock bar at Boathouse, I think, will rival Jock Lindsay's. It depends what mood you're in. It depends what the weather's like. Is it really hot out? You know what I mean?
But both have really great drinks. I had 2 really good drinks at Jock Lindsay's.
At Jock Lindsay's, yeah.
Yeah, I had a, seasonal. I had a pumpkin pie old fashioned.
Nice.
It was really good.
Wow.
And I had some kind of Scottish monkey or something. It was really good. It was a Scotch-based drink, little glass. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was, and the bartender was really great. I think his name was Josh. I forgot.
Well, I think that it goes under the radar. Not a lot of people go in there. Anytime I've been in there, there hasn't been
not
busy.
very crowded. No,
Not very crowded. But anytime I go to the dock bar, it's always super crowded.
I'd agree with that assessment. Yeah.
So I mean, I haven't been to every bar at Disney Springs. I would love to actually do that as a thing.
That should be like a task we have to do. Is to give the definitive.
Because Paddlefish has pretty good bars.
Raglan Road has multiple bars.
Right.
There's a ton of bars.
What
Tons of bars.
So Haleo has a very interesting bar. I think the backdrop of the bar is really good. Like like what
right.
what you're looking at.
I have never been in Haleo.
I want to eat there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty high up on my...
Oh, and then Art Smith's
Homecoming, they've got the
Homecoming.
outside bar and the inside bar.
Yeah, it's the same bar, but it's just you
Yeah.
can sit outside or inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But anyway, Jock Lindsay's is what we're talking about. It's definitely the best themed bar. It has the best theme. It's really cool, especially if you're an Indiana Jones fan. Go check that out.
Yeah,
Underrated.
a lot of little Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, next one. Tough to be a bug.
I'm going overrated.
And I'm going underrated.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think...
Tell me why I'm wrong.
I just think it's really fun. It's scary. Never really a line for it. It's in the tree, so you get to go up really close to seeing the carvings and all that. I really like it. I enjoy that thoroughly, and I think Disney always nails the 4D shows.
So I agree with that, and I also agree with you about the queue and the Tree of Life in general, right? And whatever goes in there is going to be great. And probably it would have been underrated until they decided to get rid of it. And then in my mind, now it's become overrated because of, how people are upset that it's leaving. Tough to be a bug.
People are upset. I thought it was just me and Sam.
No, I think people are upset when anything leaves anything, right? And
Well, I think people were surprisingly more upset about Tom Sawyer Island than Tough to Be a Bug.
I know. I can't believe that. After being on Tom Sawyer Island the last time I went, I was thinking to myself, this is a legal nightmare. Like we were there and it hadn't rained in like probably days, and there was an area that was flooded. It's like this must be terrible to maintain, and so many places to fall, to trip. I don't know. It's just it seems like that is. I mean, this isn't about Tom Sawyer's Island, but anyway, Tough to Be a Bug. If you're upset about it going away, the only reason I'd be upset about is that animatronic
Of Hopper
is like it's old now, but when it first came out, it was like the animatronic of its time, right? And so if you wanted to go in a museum, something like that, that's fine. But other than that, like I don't know.
I don't
just a
know
show.
if Disney should be so proud of
Hopper.
Well, yeah, it's Kevin Spacey, so...
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
yeah.
Well, anyway, whatever they're gonna put in there is gonna be better than Tough to Be a Bug.
I hope so.
It's gonna use the same
I'm
4D
hopeful.
effects.
I'm hopeful, because you're right. A lot of the stuff that I listed should transfer over to any 4D show.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Navi River Journey.
Overrated. And the reason, why does it have a weight? It shouldn't have a weight.
That's
the
an
only
Animal Kingdom problem, and not a... It's not the ride's fault that there's only 5 rides there.
Yeah, well, okay, that's a good point. But it's just...
if you can get past that,
yeah,
I do think it's underrated. Because everyone says that it's nothing and whatever, and you just see a bunch of nothing to wait to see the shaman. Mm-hmm. And I don't think so. I think it's got fun little tricks. I like what it does, blending the screens and the real props. I like when you look up in there and you can see like little animals jumping on the leaves of the trees.
Yeah.
And it's just like a cool little effect with like shadows and stuff.
I think that...
I really like it. I don't think it deserves the lines that it gets, but I don't necessarily think it's that ride's fault that it has a long line. I kind of feel bad that it has a long line and has this reputation.
Yeah. I think the long line really kills
it, right?
It kills it.
Yeah.
And I do think that I just feel like that the Imagineers were maybe using this as a proof of concept. You know what I mean? Like with a lot of their technology in there of like, hey, we could do this. Oh, this is all cool, right? Okay, now you proved you could do it. This is your prototype, your proof of concept. Tear it down, build something better using the same effects. That's what I want them to do. And I know they won't. It just came out in 2017, and they're not going to do that. But
Well, I think some of the tricks and some of the blending of the screens with the real stuff is definitely in Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think you're kind of right in some way. Like
Yeah.
Minnie and Mickey's is kind of the evolved version of some of that visual stuff. And I also think it just looks really nice. If you really feel like you get transported, I feel like I'm on Pandora.
I was just looking at what the wait time was right now, but it's closed.
Yeah, it's way too late for Animal Kingdom to be open.
Yeah. It's just to wait 40 minutes for that is to wait 30 minutes for that is too much. I don't want to go on that ride unless I have a lightning lane somehow or I'm waiting like 20 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, I think the line is right around 30, 25 to 30. I would say 25 definitely worth it. 30 coin flip.
Yeah.
Right?
It also bothers me. Last time I was on it, I dropped my water bottle into the water at the loading zone. I could see it. They were like, "No, you can't go get it." It's like, okay, are you? I can literally see it. No, you're not allowed to go get it. No one can go get it. Okay. They're like, at the end of the day, though, we're gonna get it. And we're gonna bring it to guest relations. You just have to fill out a ticket. Nope, I filled out a ticket. They couldn't find it. They said the ticket resolved itself, saying we just couldn't find it. What do you mean you couldn't find it? It was right there. I'm a little mad about that.
You know what happened? Someone that worked there grabbed the water bottle, put it somewhere that wasn't lost and found.
You think so?
And then it never, they're like, oh, I'm going to go put this so that it makes it to lost and found faster.
Yeah.
And then it just, like ships passing in the night, that water bottle just never made it back. And it probably sat in the queue of that ride, like in some little backstage area for cast members.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks, and then someone was like, if no one's taking this water bottle, I am.
It was a DVC gift water bottle too. Like when you join DVC, they give you a gift, and it was that water bottle. So if you can't get on one.
If you are a DVC sales rep,
please send me a water bottle.
Please email ReedyGeeks@gmail.com and we'll get you an address so that you can send Andrew a replacement water bottle.
My theory actually of why they didn't get it back was because it's a water bottle in that water, and I don't think they want the legal. Like, what if I drink out of it and I get sick and I blame them because you're not supposed to drink that water. You know what I mean? No, you don't think so?
No, they would just empty it and clean it up and whatever.
You think they would? I don't know if they want to take the liability of that, or
Okay, but if it was once it's clean, it's clean.
I guess so.
I don't think they would care about it.
Okay. Well, if you know the reason why I didn't get my water bottle back, please email
right,
us.
ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. If you work the Navi River journey.
Yeah.
You know what?
Last April.
Let's just do another 2, and then we can wrap up. Keep this a nice tight episode.
Okay.
Disney's Hollywood Studios.
In general?
Yeah. What your opinion on the park?
This is tough because I feel like it doesn't have enough down rides. It has too many top heavy rides, not enough down rides, right? But that is known, right? And I think that if you're going into Hollywood Studios, you kind of know that it. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this one. This one's tough. What do you say? What do you say?
I think the rides are great, but I don't think there's enough there. I think it's overrated. I think it's a really crowded day. I think it's a day that goes a lot longer than it needs to go because you're waiting online.
I guess it's overrated because it might be the second park that people go to, especially if you don't go to if you've never been to Disney World.
A family,
you might go to their second because it has Star Wars.
It's probably most families' second most important park.
Yeah.
And for the thrill riders, it is the most important park for a thrill rider, because it's got literally 2 of the 3 biggest thrill rides.
Guardians, yeah.
No, I was thinking Guardians. Maybe Expedition Everest has a little bit of a leg to stand on, as maybe Expedition Everest is more intense than Tower of Terror. No.
Or Rock and Roller Coaster.
No. So
Then,
I think it's those 2 and Guardians are the 3 most thrilling rides, right?
And then next.
So 2 of the 3 most thrilling rides are in one park right next to each other.
Right. Yeah. And So I could see that it'd be overrated. If
For
you
all the stuff that's there, and for this, like, I physically like the stuff there, but I find myself in the middle of the day looking for a place to escape, and the only place to escape
is Baseline Tap House.
or like the Brown Derby, right?
Yeah, that lobby area,
that could be
the lounge area.
But both of those sometimes signing up to spend a lot of money,
Yeah,
just to wait out the crowds.
Yeah, it's and I would be very disappointed if I didn't know Disney very well, and that was the second biggest day, and you're done so quickly, and
Or even worse, you have to either wait an hour and a half on something that isn't worth an hour and a half wait,
yeah,
or leave the park early.
Right.
And you have to make that decision. You don't go to Disney that much. I don't know. I feel like it's a recipe for disappointing a lot of people. It needs more little stuff that aren't just shows. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just like, here's a show, because it was designed to be
shows
a lot.
Yeah.
It was just designed to be like, oh, you can watch this show get filmed. You can go watch. You can go be inserted into the movies, and like you take someone from the audience and they put him on stage and put him in some like iconic movie scene or whatever. A lot of that sort of stuff was going on there, and even there were actual like movie sets. But then you have this big box. Well, what goes in a big box? Well, you could put some seats there and make them all stare in one direction, and that box becomes a theater show.
Yeah.
So I think there's just like one too many
or
of those.
Or a dance party.
Yeah. There's like one too many of those shows, and like needs like 2 or 3 more rides before it can really climb the park rankings for me.
And maybe not necessarily major rides like
No. I would actually
tickets. Tickets.
I'd almost encourage it to be like people mover type of ride.
Right.
Like it needs a people mover type of ride. It could use a Dumbo kind of ride, and then one other thing. 3 things that are small like that.
Yeah, because it only has swirling saucers for really little kids.
Right.
That's like the only thing that they could do. You can't even really.
Well, Minnie and Mickey doesn't have a height requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a hour wait. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Even swirling saucers is like a 40-minute wait.
A 40-minute wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a line problem.
Premiere pass, baby.
Sign me up.
All right. Well, what do we have time for?
Actually,
one more?
you know what? Let's do one more. This will be the last one.
You could always cut it for too long.
Disney boats.
Disney boats.
As in like a mode of transportation for getting around.
Okay.
Like you've got the buses, you've got the monorail, you've got the Skyliner, 6th best ride in the park.
Yes.
The boats.
Undervalued.
I think so too. I completely agree.
Underrated, rather.
Yeah,
sorry.
very, very underrated, because I think some people, especially in Magic Kingdom, you go to TTC, the boats get you there.
Yeah.
The boats that are around, the boats that take you to the International Gateway are good. They're really good. So much so that, if you're not going to do the walk, you're probably not even saving time. Like, it's probably almost not even saving time, the boat and walking. I'm sure people have done that. I'm leaving, like, we both leave, which one's for? We both leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for our slight technical difficulties, but I do wish to assure you that no one was hurt, and this theater suffered only minor damage.
Okay, so let's say we start at the Swan and Dolphin, and we decide when we leave, one of us is going to walk, and one of us is just going to take the boat and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think the boat would be within, 3 or so minutes of what walking would get you. And it's a luck of the draw situation.
Yeah.
Because, if you wait, obviously, if you're waiting 15 minutes, walking's going to win. But I have a feeling that it wouldn't be that far off.
We should test that out when we're there together, and but you can't start counting, I think, until the boat has docked at Swan and Dolphin, and you start walking, and I wait on that line, right?
Yeah.
Because from Swan and Dolphin it goes to Yacht and Beach Club, and then it goes to the boardwalk, and then it goes to Epcot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of docking, letting people off, letting people on, pulling away.
I think in the mornings, though, if this is a rope drop situation, I do think they have more dedicated boats. Like your boat just goes to Epcot.
I don't know about that.
Epcot.
Yeah.
I don't think it does multiple stops like that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's even enough room for boats
for multiple boats
boats to be passing each other like that. Like you can only go one way in and out of that Epcot canal area.
That. Okay.
Yeah, but I do think it's certainly underrated to go to Hollywood Studios. People don't think about the boats, and if you're at the Yacht and Beach Club, then you just go to the Swan, and then you're at Hollywood Studios. That's definitely faster than walking.
Right. Yeah,
and
it's a bit of a walk.
That's a long walk. I don't even like those ships though. I don't like those boats, the indoor ones. I like the ones that are outdoor that kind of look like you're almost gonna be sinking soon. The water's like up to the side. That's in the Seven Seas Lagoon, right? And Bay Lake. Those are so nice. I love taking those, and I kind of like that. The only way to get to Magic Kingdom from
Wilderness
Lodge is through those boats. Yeah.
Please remain seated throughout your voyage, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat.
All right, JJ, why don't you take us out?
Okay, that'll do for another episode of the ReedyGeeks podcast. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. You can check us out on all social media platforms at ReedyGeeks, and we'll see you again soon.
All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
This week's Honest Send-Off comes courtesy of Ace from Miami. If you have an honest send-off that you want played at the end of one of our episodes, please submit an audio clip to us via our email address, ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast, is hosted and executive produced by Andrew Shopey, Sean Murphy, and JJ Hefner. Music and audio engineering by JJ Hefner.
Bon voyage.